To do one of my favorite readings. It's how do they feel about you? So you will need to know at least their sun sign. Take a look at the description box below. If you kind of can gauge what month that they were born in, then you might be able to find their sun sign. So I have it all figured out for you. That's also where you will find the time steps. Come to this reading with an open heart and an open mind. If it fits, it fits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If you need to come a different day, come a different day. All right. Use your discernment. But this is how do they feel about you? We're going to be going from Aries to Pisces. So those of you guys who are connected to an Aries, hold that person in your mind and we'll get started. Here we go. All right, so those of you guys who are connected to an Aries, how does that Aries feel about you for your greatest and highest good? Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below how this resonates with you. How does this person feel about the Aries? This is the Knight of Cups, and it is quest. It says, driven by dreams and emotional pursuits, you seek fulfillment with passion. So they're seeking passion with you. Okay? Focused on goals while staying true to heart's desires. So this person has things that they're working on, but let me tell you something, baby. They think about you, they want you, they love you. They love you. They love you, but I don't think things have gone over. I'm seeing like you an exchange of vows to take things to the next level. I'm just in my mind. I'm picturing people jumping over the broom, or somebody holding somebody else and walking across the threshold of like a new house or home together. So I don't think, for the bulk of you guys dealing with the Aries, I don't think things have gone to that level yet, but there's definitely a potential, at least from this person's point of view. Here comes my dog. Hold on a second. All right, here we go. We're good. Okay, the Nine of Wands, the Four of Cups, they're trying to use their discernment, though, when it comes to you, because the last thing that this Aries wants to do is get hurt again. So they're evaluating things. Let's see. The King of Swords. Yes. This person, if you're dealing with an Aries, they are really, really, again, with the action. This person is, Aries is being guided astrologically to a lot of action right now. So if they're saying to you that they're busy, it's probably true. If they're saying that I don't know if I have time to handle this right now. I've got a lot going on in my head. It's hard for me to kind of think straight. It's probably true. But nonetheless, they are still advancing forward in whatever their pursuits are. And whatever it is for them, it is their truth. They're not playing games anymore, not with themselves, not with their career, not with their money, not with their thoughts, nothing. They're really trying to be organized with their actions. Queen of Wands, here they are. Here's Aries. It has a lot to do with, again, the cosmos pulling them in whatever direction. For you, though, there is an openness to explore further emotions. Let's see if I can get just one more on this. The Knight of Cups. Here we go. The Devil card. They don't want to admit it. I don't know if they'd like to admit it out loud, because it could be contrary to their truth. It could kind of make them feel as if it's going to separate them for the things that they know that they need to take action on. If they were to tell you the full truth, it goes a lot deeper than just, I like you, I think I love you. There's no I think. This person has for real feelings for you, and the passion is pretty high. I am seeing, though, with this Devil card coming out with this Nine of Wands and this Four of Cups, again, if there was any sort of toxic bond between the two of you, or like things just were not healthy in whatever way, shape, or form, they do not, and I repeat, do not want to go down that road again. You're a heavy temptress, a heavy temptation for the Aries. What action is this Aries planning on taking towards the collective, please, Spirit? Oh, look at this, the Two of Swords. No action. I think they're waiting to see what you do. And then that will guide them in whatever direction. No action. So if you're dealing with an Aries, then it looks like the ball is in your court. And hopefully you took the words that I said to heart so you kind of understand how to navigate their energy. All right. I hope that helped. I hope that helped provide you with some clarity. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe on your way out, guys. Mwah. See you later. All right. So now we're moving on to Taurus. For those dealing with a Taurus, hold that person in your mind's eye. Think about them as I shuffle. How does the Taurus feel about the collective, the viewer? It says flow. Look at this, the Two of Cups. Is this the Two of Cups or is this Temperance? It says patience and harmony will guide you to success. Blend. Oh yeah, this is Temperance. It says blend opposing energies to find balance in the process. Trust the time of your journey. The steady flow of integration leads to peace and aligned progress. Something is undergoing some sort of healing, some sort of balance, and this could be a call for your awareness that that's what they're wanting, or this could be a status of y'all's connection. Let's see. Let's get some more on how does the Taurus feel about the collective for everyone's greatest and highest good. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune, the Tower, the Hanged Man, Major Arcana much? The Lovers. I only pulled 4 cards and all 4 of them are Major Arcanas. No, I only pulled 5 cards and all 5 of them are Major Arcanas. The Temperance, the Wheel of Fortune, the Tower, the Hanged Man, and the Lovers. There's something big going on with how you and this Taurus are showing up almost for each other. I feel like there's an implosion about to happen inside of this Taurus when it comes to dealing with you. I need to get clarification on all of these. Let's see. The Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Queen of Swords. The Tower card is clarified by the Queen of Wands. The Hanged Man is clarified by the 9 of Wands. And then the Lovers is clarified by the 4 of Swords. It's now or never. That's it. We only get one more chance to do this. We got to make it right. Either we only get one more chance to do this, you and the Taurus, or the Taurus says to themselves, I only get one more chance to do this. I got to make it right. And it's almost like the Taurus is saying, now is as good a time as ever. That's interesting. So you've got a Taurus that's looking at you like, this is my last chance. Whatever that means. I'm looking at this card, this nine of Wands, and there's this house in the back, and I never realized that it was like a hen house or a rooster. It's in the shape of a house, but then it also has a rooster tail and like chicken legs. Let me get some more on this. Tell me why you're pulling out this rooster energy. Could be like a year of the rooster, Chinese zodiac kind of thing here. Let me see. Could be significant. The 4 of Cups. Another bird reference. There's a bird here on this Ace of Cups in the background here. In this depiction. And then I literally just heard a bird chirp as soon as I said that. Wow. Where did it go? There's some... I'm getting it again, this protective energy. For those of you guys, I don't know if you watched the all signs that I did, love predictions. If this is your story, as soon as this is over and you didn't watch the all sign love predictions that I posted earlier this week, close this out and go watch it. Skip towards the Taurus reading. But there's this idea of, because roosters protect the flock, right? So there's this idea of the Taurus's energetic body, soul, advancing towards you before you even realize it. If you're starting to feel a little bit at ease and a little bit, I just saw a butterfly outside of the window. If you're starting to feel a little bit like, oh, I know something's coming, and the thing that's coming is going to be warm and soul-filled, and it's going to be lovely and bright. It's coming, and it's this Taurus's energy. Like, I want to take care of you. I want to be with you. I want to build with you. If you're separated from this Taurus and you're wondering if this is salvageable, it's looking like it is. Let me see, what action is this Taurus planning on taking towards the collective? It says the Knight of Cups, because they still love you, or because they still have feelings for you. They still want to make it work. Salvageable. It might take them just a little bit of time to come around. And I'm not trying to feed into any delusion. For those of you guys who know that this situation is done and there's no turning back, then you need to lean on that more than the energy here. But for some of you guys that are like, no, like, I know my Taurus loves me and I love my Taurus, and this is just one of those moments in a relationship where we just need to take a little bit of space, a little time to breathe before we come back, then this is your story, and that's exactly what's happening here. It's painful to kind of go through this growth moment, but the growth moment was needed to be had in this relationship. Yes, the Taurus does want to save it. Yes. Some words could have been said, I'm seeing, but peace is what they want. All right. So hopefully that gave you some clarity. Let me know in the comments down below. If this is where we depart, please do not forget to like and subscribe and turn on that bell notification button. It really helps me out. Thank you. All right, so now we're pulling for those who are connected to or dealing with a Gemini, and you want to know how that Gemini feels about you. So for your greatest and highest good and their greatest and highest good, how does the Gemini feel about you? Review. This is the Four of Cups. A little bit of anguish, a little bit of, man, that sucks. That's the energy that they're giving y'all's connection of, damn. What happened? Where did it all go wrong? That's probably more like it. Where did it all go wrong? It says you may feel disconnected or uninspired, unable to see the opportunities around you. Take time to reflect on what you're truly desiring. A shift in perspective can reveal the gifts around that have been presented to you in your life. So things could have in this connection gone a completely different direction, but because of a lack of self-awareness, maybe the Gemini was handling it the way that they always handled it with you, or handling it, the situation, the way they've always handled situations with people, and whatever that looks like for you guys, right? Because this could be a work situation, it could be a love situation, like a romantic situation, a family situation, or whatever. I feel like they were treating you the way that they always treat people in whatever situation, and it didn't work, and they're really trying to figure out who was the culprit. I do feel like this Gemini is still in that state of evaluation. So if you haven't heard from them for a while, then that's why. Let's see, how does a Gemini feel? Six of Swords. Moving could be significant. The Moon card coming up. The Three of Cups, and then at the bottom of the deck, the Six of Cups. Yeah, I don't know if this Gemini knows which way is up with you. They can feel you moving on. I just, it would be uncomfortable with this Moon card here. The original Rider-Waite has like a lobster, which could be like Pisces, Cancer energy here, right? So emotions, and then I did see earlier about moving or whatever. So it's like kind of fourth house energy. So this could be a family member for some of you guys. It doesn't have to be, but somebody that feels like family if it's like a romantic situation, or somebody you used to live with or whatever. So plug it and play it as it resonates in your story. But essentially, for them to show up differently, it would be vastly uncomfortable, because in the original Rider-Waite for the moon, there's like a lobster that's coming out of the water onto a path on land. And imagine a lobster coming out of the water and trying to like crawl around on the land. That would be vastly uncomfortable, because it's an unexplored territory, and it would be hard for them to breathe or learn how to breathe on land, right? So imagine that's what the Gemini is going through. Like I would have to just tear up all that I know about a persona that I have presented my entire life in order for me to go all the way back and or for the first time realize who I actually am in these situations, and then present a more truthful version of self versus the version I've built that has helped me all my life, but all of a sudden now it's just not working. So that's uncomfortable for them. Yes, sometimes they want to come back into your good graces and break bread again and chill again and go have fun again, or maybe hang out with the friends again or family members. Yeah, they want to do that. Yes, but they're confused. And sometimes they don't know if the blame is on them or the blame is on you. What action is this Gemini going to take? Is planning on taking? How about that? What action is this Gemini planning on taking when it comes to the collective? The 10 of Coins. I feel like this could be a family member for some of you guys. But it's not really action. It's almost like a fantasy. Like eventually, maybe because we're family, things will just fall back into place. Maybe if I pray about it some more, if I wish it some more, things will just fall back into place. Some of you guys, there's like a money situation, because this is the 10 of Pentacles. This isn't necessarily action towards. This is just this idea in the Gemini's mind, like it's going to get taken care of. It's going to get taken care of. But they don't have any clue how they would have to present for it to take care of. I guess they're just hoping and praying that it'll miraculously just fix itself, so you can go back to the way things were. Right. So I hope that helped provide you some clarity. Let me know in the comments down below if this resonated with you or you like the way I read. Consider liking and subscribing and turning on that bell notification button. All right. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, so now we're moving on to those who are dealing with a Cancer in whatever way that is for you. Hold their energy or hold a picture of their face in your mind as I shuffle the cards. So for the collective dealing with a Cancer, how does a Cancer feel about them for their greatest and highest good? For everybody's greatest and highest good. Let's see, community. That's the 3 of Cups. Reconciliation. I still want to be your friend. I want to go out this weekend. What are you doing? How do you do? How you doing? What is Joey? Is that Joey from Friends? Is a Friends reference significant here? Friends? You're the best of friends. What is that from? The Fox and Hound. I'm a fox. I'm a hound dog. Why am I getting the Fox and Hound and friends? This is a good friendship. It's been something about this. It's been for so long. This connection has lasted, endured, right? Even though there have been differences, Fox and the Hound, even though there have been differences, maybe you come from different backgrounds or have seen life through different lenses, y'all still have this common sort of understanding. The 3 of Cups community, how they feel about you. It says a time of celebration and shared joy has arrived. Gather with loved ones to honor achievements and create memories. This is a moment to embrace connection and gratitude. Let the energy of togetherness uplift your spirit. I feel like you are heavily uplifting to this Cancer. Like I feel like the Cancer is like, I honestly cannot imagine my life without the collective, and there could be an invite to go somewhere coming up. Let's see here. Let's get some more to you from them, or they're going to be at an event or something. Uh-oh. Yikes. Things ain't so good in this friendship. Whatever, it could be like y'all could be married, y'all could be lovers or whatever, but there, I think the biggest thing to underline here and to highlight here is that it's usually been lighthearted, right? But not so much now. And somebody's feeling out in the cold with this Five of Pentacles. Let's see here. Not for everybody. There could be a money situation involved. Not for everybody. Let's see. How does the Cancer feel about the collective, please? The High Priestess. Yeah, see? Somebody's not talking to somebody. The High Priestess just collects data, but don't say anything. She keeps it in her back pocket for later. I would say that the number one thing that the High Priestess likes to say is, noted. Noted. Let's see. How do they feel about you? Let's see. The Ace of Cups. Yes. They still want to. The Two of Pentacles. Let's go have fun. Please, please. I don't know if they're not. I'm down on my knees, begging you, please come home. Can we, what's that, Boys to Men? Can somebody tell me where this precious love went wrong? Oh, Cancer, don't make me cry. But this Two of Pentacles here is like, come on, let's integrate ourselves again. It's the Three of Cups almost. Like, let's integrate ourselves again. Let's go have some fun. For some of you guys, it's kids, the Cubs here. Let's take the kids, let's go somewhere. Let's do something joyous, the things that we used to do. The Two of Pentacles is like vitality. The Ace of Cups here is like, I really would like to be able to share and express how much I care about you. But there's potential there with the Ace of Cups. But so they want to pour into your cup. But if you're not ready to receive, then your chalice isn't there. So it's almost like they're begging you to be like, come and see me and meet me eye to eye, because I really want to continue to explore this, or to grow this, or to just have fun. I want to come back. I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, please come home. I'm not Boys to Men. I am not Boys to Men. But you get the idea, right? And some of you guys are like, Shawnee, hail to the no. Not only no, but hail to the no. Let's go back to the Five of Pentacles. Well, you're the one watching the reading. You want to know how they feel about you. Well, if this is your storyline, regardless of how you feel about them, this is how they feel about you. Cool? It's their energy. Because I already know there's somebody like, no. Okay. You can't control how other people feel. What action is this Cancer planning on taking towards the collective, please? What action are they planning on taking towards the collective? Ooh, the Death card. That ain't action. This is a hope to transform. This is a hope to transmute. This is a hope to alchemize. But you see how this person is kind of tiptoeing towards the scary monster behind the curtain? I do feel, especially with this Five of Pentacles, I feel like you kind of are intimidating them right now. You see how I was picking up your energy, like, no, I'm not, not anymore, not again. They feel that. Because if you look at this this Death card, so she's like tiptoeing because she's afraid what has transpired since you guys haven't been talking or interacting or something. Afraid that you've become this massive beast. But if you look behind the curtain, it's still you. Maybe it's a more learned you. Maybe there's a Scorpio. Maybe there's a Scorpio reference for you guys, since this is a Scorpio energy here. But maybe you have changed and you've changed for the better, but they're afraid of what that might look like. So some of them, you might find them or feel them kind of tiptoeing in your energy. Before they show up, you're like, I know that Cancer is thinking. I could just feel the Cancer is thinking about me, depending on how highly intuitive or empathic you might be, or how heavily you guys are connected energetically, if there's telepathy or whatever. But You might feel them. You might hear about them talking to your friends like, hey, how is the collective doing? Or mentioning you in circles that you run in or around your friends or whatever. You might hear it, but I don't know if they're ready to step forward towards you, and it's all because they're like, I don't know what I'm gonna get. But I do hope that this helped. You asked, now you know. Let me know in the comments down below if this resonated with you. Like and subscribe and turn on that bell notification button. Until next time, guys, love you. Bye. Okay, so now we're moving on for those who are connected to a Leo. How does the Leo feel about you? For everyone's greatest and highest good. If they were being completely honest, how do they feel? Shadows. This is essentially the devil card. So this person feels bound to your energy. Like there's a vice when it comes to you, and you could be one of their vices, or it's just not healthy. It's not happy. It's not where it needs to be, where it could be. It's kind of in a state of, if this was a Facebook post, or if you were putting your status on Facebook with this person, you might put it's complicated, right? It says shadow. It says you may feel bound by fears or unhealthy attachments. Recognize these patterns and take steps to free yourself. True empowerment comes from choosing liberation over limitation. Wow. Let me say that again. True empowerment comes from choosing liberation over limitation. Trust your ability to reclaim your power. I don't know if the Leo sees a way out of this right now. All they know is that they're pulled towards you. All right. Let's see some more on how does the Leo feel. How does the Leo feel about the collective judgment? Yeah. Okay. So they realize that things just aren't so good. So I feel like they're asking themselves, okay, how can this be fixed? Is this survivable? Is there any life left in this? They could be praying a lot. The Star card, they could be praying a lot. They could be trying to manifest a healing in this. You could in some way, shape, or form, or they could in some way, shape, or form be in some sort of limelight. Like they can see you somehow. Like maybe, I don't know if you guys work together or you know, you're some sort of star of the community, like, you know, a first responder or something like that, or you're just amazing at your job. And they could be feeling like there's a little bit in your shadow. This could also be like you are advancing further in life and they haven't yet been able to catch up to you. Like, hey, wait, collective, I'm coming. Don't forget about me. But either way, they're really wanting to heal it with this Star card here. And would be considered a wish fulfillment. Like if we could heal this, wish fulfillment. 3 of Swords, hurt by the loss of you. And then the 6 of Coins, like they really want to be able to invest in this long term. I feel like they're in the figuring it out stages with this Judgment card and this Star card. What action is this Leo planning to take towards the collective? What action is this Leo planning to take towards the collective? The Ace of Swords. They might be, if they have the cojones, if they feel empowered enough in very short order, they could, at least in the next week, they could come up to you and say, hey, look, I really want to try to invest in this again. If you're open and you're willing. Now, don't tell me you're not going to take this person back. I don't care. You just wanted to find out how they feel, right? Right? So I'm telling you how they feel and what action they might be planning. And if you got to block them because it's like, Shawnee, you have no clue what this Leo has put me through. I am trying to separate. I am trying to heal. Then make sure it's blocked. Make sure they're blocked. Do energetic cord cutting. Talk to their spirit team and say, hey, come on. This is enough. Enough is enough. I do not choose to do another iteration with this person. I've learned, or show me what I need to learn about my connection with this person so that I don't have to see their same shit in a new lover. Like, tell me what I need to process. I will process it. All I'm asking for you, divine, spirit guides, whatever, is for you to detach my energy cord cut from this person. Okay? Let me know if you want to work with me in any capacity. Take a look at the description box below. I hope this helped. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye. So this is for those of you guys who are connected to a Virgo. I want to see how the Virgo feels about you for everyone's greatest and highest good. Not how you feel about the Virgo. How does the Virgo feel about you in this current moment? If they were being completely honest towards the collective, abundance. Well, you got it going on, right? You're like in this Empress kind of energy, just like, I feel deserving of love. I feel deserving of prosperity. I feel deserving of peace, a partnership, of progress. You're in your I'm learning to receive mode. Or you're fully in your receiving mode. I'm hearing Rihanna, how about a round of applause, a standing ovation? You're just like, I'll take it. I no longer feel shy when people compliment me because I know that I've done the work to get to the point of the compliment. I say thank you with pride and with dignity and with grace and a little smidgen of humility, but I keep on going. I don't fight it anymore. Wow. This person has a lot of good things to say to you. It says you are entering a time of creativity and growth. Oh yeah, you might feel inspired too. Your heart space is learning to be fully open. Some of you guys could be a mom. That's not going to be for everybody. But if you are, they're acknowledging that you're good at what you do all across the board. All right, here we go. So that's Empress energy for how does a Virgo feel about the collective? The World card, the Three of Coins, the Eight of Wands, the Five of Wands. So I know that things between us have come to a standstill. But I still think about you. Oh, shit. I'm doing this reading during the Mercury retrograde in the energy of Pisces. I still think about you. So this Five of Wands is like, how are things around you? Like, are you alone? Like, I wonder if it's like for the Virgo to you, like if I called you, would you be alone, or do you have like a boyfriend? Do you have a girlfriend now? Like, do you have like, and for those of you guys who are parents, is like if I call, is the kid gonna pick up? Wait, nobody has a house phone anymore. Maybe you do. Who am I gonna talk to? They're just worried that things are loud around you. Other suitors even. Who's coming towards Virgos? There's a little bit of jealousy. Ugh. Ick. They're a little, is this jealous much, Virgo? I'm seeing a little bit of jealousy. See those two monsters in the background. Like, so the story behind this is it's a male and a female, or a husband and wife monster, and they steal this girl from the village and they make her dance for them every single night. Could be significant. I don't know. But essentially, like, they get mad. They protect this is their little precious, like, right? Like the Lord of the Rings, like, my precious. They're very heavily protective of you, and they would hate to find out if you were dating somebody else or talking to somebody else, even though they fully see that you're putting yourself out there, you're looking good or whatever it is. They can fully see that their irrational mind and their rational mind are just not connecting that, you do got it going on. And maybe some people other than me might want to holler at you. I feel like this person almost wants to block that, especially with this World card. All right. So you know how they feel about you. Okay. So let's see here. A bit possessive. Yeah. A bit possessive. But yeah, you wanted to know. So now you know. Let's see. What action does this Virgo plan on taking towards you? And I feel like I have a Virgo cross watcher that is like not liking that I'm saying any of this. Let me know. Let me know, boo. Let me know, boo. Tell on yourself. Tell me. All right. Let's see. You could just put, it's me, Mario. I don't know why. You don't have to out yourself. But if you said something about Mario or something like that, or it's me, I'll know that you're the Virgo who I'm talking about in this situation. And you were just checking to see if I got the story right. What action is this Virgo planning to take? The King of Coins. Flaunt. It's almost like, let's say it's like a social media war. I feel like, okay, I don't know. I feel a little bit of a competitive pettiness, and I've been in this energy before, so no shade. I'm not judging anybody, but I kind of see it. So for some of you guys, it's almost like this person wants to walk by you and or present or show, make sure that you see them in some way, shape, or form, looking good and smelling good and well established. Something about money. Maybe they might buy a new car and rev it up, down your street or something. Some new toy, some motorcycle, or some Gitsy or whatever they call it. I don't know. Crotch rocket, ew. But they might try to do some sort of flaunting. But in all honesty, this person really does want to invest in you and take it the long haul. I am seeing this tortoise shell kind of reminds me back in the day. When I was in the military, we used to wear these old green helmets, like when we would do exercises or deployments for whatever reason. So there could be a military reference here. And then as soon as I said that, I got this whiff of like heavy, like cologne or perfume or something. And it kind of like stopped up my throat. So I feel like this person might be heavy-handed with whatever fragrance they wear. Oh, and look, I'm seeing lavender too. And pine. All right. And they might like the roots. Or you like the roots. Quest. All right, guys, let me know how that resonated for you guys. Like and subscribe on your way out if this is where we depart. Love you. Mwah. Bye. Okay, so for those dealing with the Libra, for everybody's greatest and highest good, I want to take a look at how they feel about you. How does the Libra currently feel about the collective for everyone's greatest and highest good? If they were being completely honest with themselves and me, authority. This is almost emperor vibes here. It says, you are called to take control and build a strong foundation for your future. Libra sees you building something. It's like somewhere else. So I don't know if this is kind of like a long distance kind of thing. But Libra sees you establishing something for yourself. Stability and structure are essential now. Lead with wisdom and integrity. But remember, the true authority comes from balance, not rigidity. Trust your power to create lasting success. Hold on. Because what I'm about to say might sound triggering if you're not self-aware or if you're not grounded right now. So take a deep breath before I tell you how Libra, remember, this is how Libra feels, okay? We can't control other people, but I'm kind of getting like a distance thing. But how Libra feels about you is that you are very motivated as a person, and you're establishing something for yourself. But what that means is that could very well be your focus and not them. Money could be heavy on your mind right now. 3D type things, like your contract, your work, your whatever, right? 3D things. So I could be talking divine feminine, divine masculine, and the Libra could be a divine feminine, whether it's male or female. When we're talking about a divine feminine and masculine couple up, the divine masculine, whether male or female, is a person that's focused on the 3D kind of stuff, like, establishing yourself as a person, your career, your money, your stuff like that. And then the divine feminine is more spiritual, connecting to your intuition, so on and so forth. All right. So just to clear that up, but they're looking at you as very much in the 3D. Because this person is highly spiritual, when they look at you, they can just tell, and empathic probably, they can just tell that it's a little leaning too much towards the 3D and not enough towards your heart or your intuition. So a lot of the choices that you make are head over heart kind of choices. It makes sense to you. It's hard for them to see it, where you're coming from, because they feel like you're selling yourself short. Because there could be so much more than just your job or your money. Like, there could be love there too. But I feel like you're not that open to it. Oh, Jesus, that was a lot off of this just one card. But I saw it. As soon as that card came up, I knew what was happening. But they do see your strength, all right? Libra towards the collective, the moon card, the 10 of coins. See, because it's comfortable for you. The 3D is very comfortable to you. Your money and your work situation, that's where you find your joy. And you know that there's more to life than that, but that's hard for you to explore outside of that. What's easy for you is to stay focused on the career and the money and stuff, and building legacy. The Knight of Cups, you do care about them. They do still care about you. They just see you a lot, and they see all of your layers, not just what you're presenting, all right? But yeah, the Knight of Cups, they definitely care about you. The Eight of Swords. Well, if you... Hold on, there's like a Simply Red song that's coming up. Yeah, if you don't love me now, you'll never love me. Well, that's not Simply Red, that's The Chain. Fleetwood Mac. They don't know if you'll ever be able to get out of your connection to your comfort zone. What action is this Libra what action is this Libra going to take towards the collective? 41 on the clock, so 2 5s. The Judgment. I don't think that they're going to take action. They're trying to process it for themselves. How do they feel? How do I feel? Do I want this or not? Like, if that person, so Libra to you, like, if they're just going to be in that arena of life and that's what makes them feel comfortable, then who am I to come in there and change it up? I guess we just weren't meant to be. They're trying to figure out, are we meant to be or not? Because they definitely feel a pull towards you, but they're just like, I don't know. Maybe it's not the right time, and maybe it's not the right person. So they're just trying to figure it out. I don't think they're going to make any advancements towards you. So I hope that helped provide you with some clarity. That's what you probably needed to hear. Maybe not what you wanted to hear. But either way, if you don't mind liking and subscribing on the way out, if you want to work with me in any capacity, take a look at the description box below. And you can comment down below as well too. I'm very active down there. All right. Love you. Bye. So now we're doing those who are connected to or dealing with a Scorpio in some way, shape, or form. So do me a favor, hold the image of that person in your mind's eye. Take a deep breath as I shuffle. All right, Spirit. So how does the Scorpio feel about the collective if they were being completely honest with themselves and me for everybody's greatest and highest good? The Sun card, it's coming up here as illumination. That means, like, when they think about you, they see it all. They can see both sides of the coin, both the joy and the pain, but it's still like, you're so bright. You exuberate just this essence, and it's almost a draw. It's almost a pull that they have towards you. And they just feel like they feel seen in your energy. It says clarity and joy are breaking through. Lighten your path with vitality. Lighting your path with vitality. Embrace the warmth of this moment and let your inner light shine. Success and happiness are within reach. Step forward with confidence and gratitude. They don't want you to change a thing. They see your confidence and they respect it. They like it. How does a Scorpio feel about the collective, please, Spirit? How does a Scorpio feel about the collective? Queen of Coins. Whatever you're doing, you're gonna, it's almost like, because you're learning to invest in yourself, I don't know, they're just like they respect you. I don't know how else to say this. You're investing in yourself, and because you're investing in yourself, investments are growing around you. You're a magnet for a lot of good things. The 2025 could have been really significant with this snake here, this python here. It didn't, even though it might have bumped and bruised you, it didn't leave you for the dead. Like you just kept going. One hurdle after another. You kept going, you kept overcoming. This person has a massive amount of respect for you. You've like Six of Cups. Like, listen, I've already talked about it. Every time they think about you, they're just like, yeah, that person's got it going on. This is Six of Cups. Somebody from your past, you probably know this person for a long time. A long time. The sixes are significant here. And then we've got the 12 as well. So the Hangman, yeah. And you've proven yourself to this person. Like honestly, they look at you and they say, that's a solid individual. And sometimes you make them feel uncomfortable and sometimes you trigger them. But either way, they're just like, there hasn't been a bad card yet. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. The Devil card. Okay. Here's the truth. Scorpio almost feels like they've met their match. Like finally, somebody that brings a lot to the table, a lot more to the table than anybody else that they've dealt with has. There's a heavy schmexual, we're talking about the Scorpio, so of course, right? I'm a Scorpio rising, so I can say that. But anyway, so yeah, so there's a lot of passion towards you with this person, and it's because your light shines so bright that they can't help but to look at you. They can't help but to want to be around you. They can't help it. I feel like for a lot of whoever the Scorpio is to you, I feel like they want to be able to let you go, but it's hard. It is really, really hard. Give me some more on this Devil card, the Scorpio towards this person. The Hierophant. Dang. The psychology behind, I'm not a psychologist, but I'm kind of seeing the psychology behind this. You've awakened the Scorpio in ways that they've never been, you're touching me like I've never been touched before. It's kind of like that, but not even like a touchy thing, even though we are talking about Scorpio. It's kind of like touching their heart. You've gone places in this Scorpio's psyche and in this person's like energetic body and in their mind that they've never allowed other people in. There's kind of like this vulnerability, and it's because of that they feel so drawn to you. And I don't know if it's healthy or not, but for them it's like nobody's ever explored me this way, so maybe you're the one. Because I've never opened up to anybody. I've never felt this comfortable around anybody before. So maybe you are the one. Maybe we should keep going with this. Maybe we should take things to the next level. What actions? Whoa. The Queen of Cups. Yes. Dare I say this person loves you? It could be beyond attraction. The World card in the Fool. The World card in the Fool. The World card and the Fool card fell on the ground. For some, the Scorpio wonders if they've lost their chance, their opportunity, or if this whole situation is just an illusion, a delusion, a fantasy. Was it ever even supposed to go anywhere? Wow. There's a lot of depth to how this Scorpio feels about you. Let's see what action is this person planning on taking. If you want even more in-depth reading, definitely take a look at the description box below. I can do a personal reading on this. What action is the Scorpio planning on taking towards a collective? The Tower. This is an epiphany. It's not action, it's epiphany. What is at the bottom of the deck underneath the Tower? The Queen of Wands. What was right next to the Tower? The Nine of Cups. And the Hierophant came out before the Tower, did it not? I think it did. Yeah, it did. The Hierophant came out before. Wow. Wow. Hold on. I'm processing it. And my hair. I don't know. Is hair a thing? Do you guys both have long hair or something? Like, what's going on? My hair is just really bothering me in this particular reading. They're readying themselves for things to just boom, shift. I feel like whatever they say to you, they're gonna try to keep it superficial because they want to make sure that the energy is reciprocal first. If you feel the same way that they feel about you. So if they come off as nonchalant, it's almost a mask. They feel deeply towards you. It's hard for them to even come to terms with how deeply they feel towards you. I don't see them coming towards you, but I see them feeling like explosive. If you were to like even grace this Scorpio with your presence or your words or your touch, game over. Like in all of the ways, not just physical, passionate ways. Like this person really does care about you. So take that for what it's worth. I hope that it helped provide you with some clarity. Maybe you can use your own discernment to figure out what action you're going to take in this situation. Let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this reading and it resonated with you, consider liking and subscribing. All right. Love you guys. Bye. On Sagittarius now. So those of you guys who are dealing with the Sagittarius, I'm going to pull some cards and see how that Sagittarius feels about you, and at the end we'll see if there's any action that they're planning on taking towards you. All right, so for everyone's greatest and highest good, those connected to a Sagittarius, hold a picture of them in your mind's eye as I shuffle. How does the Sagittarius feel about the collective? All right, here we go. Battle. Dun dun dun. This is not the first time I've done that with this reading today. So battle. Wow. 5 of Swords. It says tension and miscommunication. Listen. Listen, you want to know what I found with the Sagittarius is that Sagittarius is quick to be honest. They do value honesty, but if you come to the table with more emotion than honesty, then that's almost like a turnoff. Because not all the time, but a lot of the time, they're trying to come to the table with some sort of intelligence, using their intelligence to rationalize a situation. Not too much emotion. So when they're met with a heavy emotional response or reply or reaction to whatever it is that they have to say, they see it immediately as competition, as a call to war, and they will one up you guys. I am not Sagittarius bashing. For those of you guys, if you're a cross watcher, for those of you guys who know me and watch my channel, I love Sagittarius. Love Sagittarius. I fully respect Sagittarius. And I myself have a lot of Sagittarius in my chart. I come to you in the energy of Sagittarius under my Neptune. So I am being honest. Also, my Mercury is in Aries. So I just speak and I say it how it is. What I am telling the viewer who is here trying to learn about how the Sagittarius feels about them, like this is a one-up situation here. Last word. You said what you said? Cool. I knew a Sagittarius that always would say, noted. You said what you said, huh? Okay. All right. That's the energy that Sagittarius is giving off towards you, collective. It says reflect on your approach and seek to rebuild trust. Sometimes walking away is the best path to peace. Choose your battles wisely. Sagittarius could have just been like, okay, cool. Wow. And I'm out. And seen, right? They could have just completely separated. And that's why. Because they were met with an emotional response, and they might not have been coming to you with an emotional response, or they weren't ready for the emotional response, or how dare you bring emotions to the battle. This is just swords. Just swords, just intellect. And you're crying? You're angry? I'm not angry. I'm just spitting the truth. It is kind of a manipulation tactic. I'm not going to lie. But I'm asking, how does the Sagittarius feel about you? The Eight of Cups walked away. Yeah, I don't know. I really feel like the Sagittarius was like, I'm done. I do. I really do. If the roles need to be reversed, reverse them. But if this is still your energy, if your story is still the same, I'm tapped in. If it needs to be reversed, this is still your energy, right? So stay tuned. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe I can help give you some clarity. The Five of Cups, gee willikers. The King of Wands, hi Sagittarius. Is this a fire thing happening here? Which would explain the kind of like competition one-upping at the bottom of the deck. The Two of Wands. Wait a second. Walked away, wanted you to chase them. Don't come for me, Sagittarius. Is it true though? Walked away, wanted you to chase them. Where are you? Gemini could be significant here. For somebody, where are you? Where are you at? Oh, yeah. Key and Peele. It's a comedy duo. Key and Peele, P-E-L-E. And I don't know. I think the character's name is Megan, but she like argues all the time. It's a stand-up comedy duo, and the guy that plays Megan, she argues all the time. And then when the guy with her boyfriend is always like running away from her boyfriend, but when her boyfriend like gives up and just goes ugh like this, she like looks to see if he's like still behind her, and then she starts arguing with him again. Like it's very not so healthy. It's very manipulative. Five of Swords is kind of manipulation. Anyways, so I think the Sagittarius kind of disconnected, and you disconnected too. And the Sagittarius is looking like, where's my fighting buddy? Why aren't you behind me? Been in this energy before. Yikes. Where are you? Oh my goodness. Why are they in the Two of Wands energy? Hold on. The Knight of Wands. The Two of Cups, the Emperor, and the Knight of, what is this? The Knight of Swords. Where are, if this ain't a fire collaboration, then y'all have to, or I called Gemini already. Gemini again. Y'all gonna have to let me know. But here it goes. Where are you? You know this is how we operate. Why aren't you here to play this game? This is very fast communication. A lot of the times it comes out of nowhere, and sometimes it cuts like a knife because there's no thought behind it. It's super quick. Here's the Emperor card here. That's where I'm getting Aries here. So you're standing your ground potentially. This is a Two of Cups. This is always how we do it. Don't we see eye to eye here, right? Like this is how we communicate. Eyes could be significant here. That's the first reference to Scorpio. And then here we go, the Knight of Wands, because this is what excites us. What action, right? Well, tell me I'm wrong. I know I'm not wrong. I've seen this play out in my own life. It's not my current reading. But let's see what energy. No. The Queen of Swords. Hold on. The Queen of Swords and the Ace of Cups. This is how I love, Sagittarius. To you. This is how I love. This is how I show love. Through this intellectual banter exchange. Look, I'm really good at this game. Not a lot of people can go toe to toe with me. Wow. All right, let me get some energy on what action is this Sagittarius? Sorry, what action is the Sagittarius planning on taking towards the collective? The Page of Swords. They're waiting for your next action. They feel like they're like, I know it's coming. I know they got something to say. What are they going to say next? I know they got something to say. What are they going to say next? I know it's coming. It's usually about now that I hear from them, right? Like they're really waiting for you to say something. A lot of them are looking at like their phone, and I'm not saying they're doing it. It's a habit. I'm not saying that they're thirsty. Far from. They just like playing with you. But, take that like with a grain of salt, because some of you guys might be triggered by me saying that, but, because this is kind of a toxic sort of thing. But look at this. So they're watching and waiting for your next move. They could be looking at their phone, refreshing, even replaying old conversations, rereading old conversations, just waiting for you, watching to see when you're going to say something. Maybe if they have access to your social media, they're looking at your updates. Yeah. Well, I hope that helped. Those dealing with the Sagittarius, let me know in the comments down below if you liked it, you resonated with it, or you like the way that I read. Consider liking and subscribing and turning on that bell notification button. You guys be safe. Love you. Mwah. Bye. Okay, we're in Capricorn energy. Those of you guys who are dealing with a Capricorn, picture that Capricorn's face in your head. Imagine them in your mind's eye. Hold that energy. All right, so for the Capricorns dealing with a collective, for everyone's greatest and highest good, how does the Capricorn currently feel about the collective? Letting something go, trying to let something go, trying to let some energy pass. Got the Temperance card here. Trying to balance it out. So, trying to let something go so they can feel balanced. Just let it go. For them, they're just like, just let it go. Maybe potentially just walk away. Everything, like, if the less I give to this, the more things could be balanced. Whatever it is. I don't know if they're like, just like, okay, telling themselves, okay, it's time to stop fighting, or it's time to let the grudge go, or it's time to let the communication go. Like, completely disconnect. But either way, their goal is balance. All right. And it's showing up in this Temperance energy. All right. For Capricorn, the King of Coins. How do they feel about you? The Nine of Swords, the High Priestess, and then the Two of Swords. They're in two minds. There's a dichotomy. They would never let you know it. They keep it all locked up here in their Pandora's box of a brain. For a lot of them, they're trying to concentrate on so many other things other than relationship. Really and honestly. For some of you guys, this is a family situation, and they're just like, well, okay, well, you go and do your thing. I mean, I've already lived plenty of life, and this isn't my lesson to have to learn. So they're kind of staying out of it. For others of you guys, this Capricorn is just super settled in life. We're focused on work, focused on their money bag, focused on the things that they've invested in, planting roots. I get a lot of references to plants to the Capricorn, so I don't know if they've got a green thumb, a garden, or something like that. But this Capricorn is just really, honestly, they're not trying to make a decision. They don't want to be distracted. They don't want to be distracted. Let me see if I can get you some more, like, what happened between the collective and this Capricorn to get us to this point. The Emperor. This is Aries energy. But what? So we got Aries, kind of Pisces energy a little bit on the table. We've got some Taurus energy on the table. A Capricorn and Virgo energy on the table. So what happened was the Aries at the bottom of the deck, the Justice. Wow, two major arcana. Something big happened between the two of you guys. And for them, it could be a legal situation. It doesn't have to be. It could be a housing situation. It doesn't have to be. It could be a work situation. It doesn't have to be. Either way, they're just trying not to be involved. They really are. Capricorn is just trying to stay out of it. Not being asked to make a decision because they refuse to. It's just better for them to disconnect. All right, so let's just ask. What action is this Capricorn planning to take towards the collective? The Knight of Coins. They know you'll be all right without them. You'll achieve your goals in life, but they don't really want to be involved too much. They see you continuing to go and flow on your own way or whatever, and slow and steady progress to your goals in life or whatever. But yeah, they're just trying to just stay in the corner where it's quiet, stay in their garden where it's quiet. But they do want the best for you. They really do. They're just letting you live and lead your own life. All right. So I hope that helped. Let me know if it resonated. If it resonated with you and you like the way I read and you're not already subscribed, consider doing so. Definitely consider hitting that like button. It does help me out. Right. Love you guys. Be safe. Mwah. Moving on. Okay, so we're in Aquarius energy right now. So those of you guys who are connected to an Aquarius, we want to find out for everyone's greatest and highest good how that Aquarius currently feels about you. All right, so for those connected to an Aquarius, hold a picture of them in your mind's eye as I shuffle. How does the Aquarius feel about the collective? If they were being completely honest with themselves and me, I feel dizzy. Whew. I am grounded, I am protected, and so is this message. Okay, how does the Aquarius feel about you? This is the Empress card. They feel like you got a lot of stuff good coming towards you. You're making it happen. For some of you guys, you are a parent. They see you entering a time of creativity and growth, and you're nurturing the ideas and relationships that bring you joy. You don't have any time for drama. It says you are aligned with the rhythm. You could potentially be aligned with the rhythm of nature. You could like to be outside in the sun, in the grass, with the birds and bees and animals and whatnot. You are aligning or aligned with the energy of prosperity, and you're trying to do it in this new idea of not working so hard to make it happen. In the energy of receiving, it says, here's a reminder from Spirit to you to celebrate your blessings and let gratitude guide you to even greater abundance. But they're watching you. Really call in a good and happy and peaceful life. How does this Aquarius feel about the collective? Let's see some more. The Lovers. The Eight of Cups. Oh no. You gave them a lot of energy. You gave them a lot of energy. And you tamed them in some way, shape, or form. But it looks like you had to walk away. Maybe for your own stability. You know, sometimes people don't unknowingly do this. Sometimes people knowingly do it. But sometimes people unknowingly are around a giver, and then they take, and then they take, and then they take, and they get so comfortable in the energy of taking, they forget to or don't reciprocate. So you could have left because the reciprocity wasn't there. Out of nowhere, the Tower moment. And then I'm speaking slower, I'm speaking carefully, so I don't know what the situation was. I just feel the need energetically to kind of be calm and peaceful with how I deliver this. At the bottom of the deck, well, they still watch you. Hold on. They still watch you. They do. They want to know what you're up to. How else would they know that you're calling in some good stuff into your life if they weren't watching you? The Page of Swords, they want to talk to you. They watch you from afar. There could be distance, like physical distance between the two of you guys. They are trying to make some stuff happen in their life. They are trying to strike gold, is what I'm seeing here. But they kind of, sometimes if you see this little birdie here, sometimes they might ask their friends, mutual friends or family members, hey, so how is collective doing? Have you heard from collective? Because it's such a small bird, it might be like a secret. But there is still this energy of keeping tabs. All right. You asked how they felt about you, so that's how they felt about you, or feel about you. What action is this Aquarius planning to take towards the collective? This is the Hangman. It's no action. Just trying to soak it all in. Trying to see in a very uncomfortable way. Things from a different perspective. A lot of them are fighting the urge to check up on you. however that is, Google you or whatever, right? Ask friends about you. They're trying to act all nonchalant. A lot of them are, because they don't want to give it away. But it's very uncomfortable for them. But they know it's what's needed. It's what's best for right now, to kind of just maybe show up differently. And for them to show up differently, it's not showing up at all. It's not asking of you anything. And that's different for them, right? With this hangman. It's different for them to not ask of you anything or communicate with you. I feel like I need to get you some advice. So for those, and I didn't do this for anybody else, but in this particular energy, the way it's coming up, I feel like I need to give you some advice. So advice for the collective that came here for the Aquarius reading, for their greatest and highest good. From Spirit to you, what is the advice? The Two of Cups. You got to do what makes you happy. You always got to do what makes you happy. And the cool thing, what's around the corner for you is somebody who sees you as a giver and wants to give right back to you. Somebody that sees your energy and wants to match your energy. With this Two of Cups, it could be a new friendship that you're brewing energetically. It could be a new lover that you're brewing energetically. Taurus, Aries energy coming up here, or a water sign. or if we look at Taurus energy, it's established. If we look at Aries energy, it's audacious. And if we look at the water energy, which could be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, it's emotion aware, emotion friendly, a safe space. All right. So I hope that helps, guys. Thank you so much. If it resonated, let me know in the comments down below. You can also do an energetic exchange by liking and subscribing and turning on that bell notification button. If you want to work with me in any capacity, take a look at the description box below. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye. Okay, those connected to a Pisces, we're starting at 1:11:42. 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 42 seconds. I love that. Let me know if that's a synchronicity to you. 1:11 or 42. All right, so for those connected to a Pisces, for everybody's greatest and highest good, how does that Pisces feel about you? How does that Pisces feel about the collective, please, Spirit? It says momentum, the 8 of Wands. I want to talk to you. Let's talk. Let's communicate. I feel a pull towards you. I can't wait to see you next. All right, so it says energy is moving swiftly and progress is accelerating. This is a time to focus on goals and maintaining direction. Opportunities are unfolding quickly. Stay adaptable and ready to act. Success is in motion. Some of you guys don't even know who this Pisces is, and you just stumbled upon this. Wow, I'm going to claim this for whomever is watching this. You need to hear this, all right? So the Pisces is feeling drawn towards you. Everything is leading up to this. Everything is leading up to this. Let's see. There's an opportunity to connect or collaborate with this Pisces. Here we go. How does a Pisces feel about the collective, or how will they feel about the collective? I wonder. The 4 of Cups, the 7 of Cups, the Page of Cups. Do you like me? That's how they feel. Wait, do you like me? Because I can't tell at the bottom of the deck. The 4 of Wands. They want to know. Do you like them? Are you ready for commitment? Or are you going to show up short-handed, short-changed like other people? Let me use my discernment. They're trying to be aware that things didn't work out for them in the past with their emotions. So did you see how I took that deep breath? They're like, okay, let me calm myself down. Let me ground myself. Let me center myself. Let me make sure I don't act too quickly. Remember the time. Remember the time. Remember the pattern. Remember the patterns. Because for them, they're like, you never know. You never know. But I like you. I have a crush on you. Do you have a crush on me? Hold on. I paused the video while my dog was barking, but at the bottom of the deck was the Ace of Swords. So I really feel like I'm hitting the nail on the head when it comes to how the Pisces feels about you. Now, the thing you have to understand about this Pisces is that they're ready for a full-on commitment. They are. They are. But they don't want to be toyed with, played with, messed around with. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Wow. So I don't know. This could be just like a brand new kind of situation. And you, like, especially with this Page of Cups, like, this could be just kind of in the talking stages or just meeting stages, but you find each other attractive. I see this red thread here because you guys have been calling this connection for a while. A connection for a while. I want to find out a little bit more about, I have to find out a little bit more about how they feel about you. The Temperance card. That's a Sagittarius Major Arcana. And then we got the 5 of Cups here. And then the 4 of Pentacles here. And then the Sun card. So that's Leo energy. Here's the thing. This Pisces is a true Pisces. It doesn't matter, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. They're always going to keep their heart open to love. Even if it's knocked them down in the past, they're always going to keep their heart open to love. They see you as, or they will see you as, a very balanced person. Somebody who's been through some stuff, a little bit apprehensive, a little bit protective, but still wanting to move towards them. And it might kind of scare them a little bit that you're choosing them. Because who knows how long it's been for this particular Pisces since they've been chosen. So this person might be getting used to the idea of receiving. I would say take it, have very, very good communication with this person, and then take it slow. Take it slow. I think you're going to be okay with that because I do see this 4 of Pentacles for your energy too. Like, yeah, I want to take it slow too. I don't want to rush anything either. Okay, cool. Y'all on the same page. What action is this Pisces planning to take towards the collective, please? What action is this Pisces planning to take towards the collective? The Page of Swords. They're not going to be shy about. They're not going to be shy about what they've learned in life. I feel like any lesser person might be a little bit thrown back by how how honest they are. But I don't think you are. I think you're going to appreciate it. Or at least my hope is that you would appreciate it. I'm going to manifest for this Pisces that you would appreciate their honesty because it's taking them a long time to get to the point where they're comfortable with their truth. So giving you pointers on how to approach and how to treat this Pisces. But I feel like I'm talking to, considering how they're viewing you, I feel like I'm talking to a collective who's sensitive to how you treat people, and you have